years old girl. And then I made it secret. But that scene, some of the victims died immediately after drinking water from me, tortured me for a long time. Moreover, I didn't tell my story to even my brothers and sisters. I didn't tell my story to anybody until my father died in my house. Then I had a nightmare 10 years after, 20 years after, 30 years after. I cried in my dream. This is my trauma, you see. And then I was a little girl, and there was a certain experience, a special experience as a little girl. Once I visited to Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., and then because the occasion Enola Gay was unveiled. And that time, elder survivors marched to the Enola Gay, But I stepped in the museum to see the lines of airplanes. I started to cry, you see. I couldn't work. I was so scared and started to cry. And it didn't work. But that evening, my crying face was on Japanese nationwide TV, 9 o'clock evening news. Wow, so quickly, you see. I did not know. Then I found that, 60 years later, the fear imprinted child's heart stays long. I was crying and thinking, so many children have such a horrible experience in so many battlefields, not only nuclear weapon, but so many battlefields. I want to tell, children shouldn't be involved in any kind of killing. And then, I found out that my son living in Tokyo didn't tell the story to anybody. And then, unfortunately, he was watching TV program, and his friend said, "Oh, is that your mother? Oh, you were a son of survivor?" Then he was reluctant to say yes, but he said, "You must have something wrong." No, I'm okay, he said, but he said, "Well, something in gene level, yes. That means we have a fear. We do not know what will happen in the future. Because of that, survivors are worrying that. So because of that, we have a fear all the time and they're struggling. But we have to tell our story. We struggle whether to tell or not. We have to fight. And then my relatives say, "Don't tell our story," they say, but I have to tell you. Especially visitors from foreign countries, I thank you so much. It is very difficult to convey our feeling. So many years later, people were, the Hibakusha are worrying about whether is there anything happen in the future. Later, my brother developed cancer and had the operation. Now he is sick in that kind of blood disease or so. He was looking at the sky, Enola Gay and the bomb. And then, but we do not say, only complain what happened. We want to tell on behalf of the dead. We have to abolish, have to get rid of such kind of nuclear weapon from this planet, and then nobody shouldn't have such a horrible experience. I know what the war is. I know what the factor of a nuclear weapon. So because of that, in spite of, we could overcome. Because lonely survivors found why we survive. At first we were desperate, but now we found to survive means to tell our story to you. So because of that, especially today, I thank you. You are gathering here means we started already a kind of peace activities. And after hearing our story, please go back and tell to other people. This means, and also we know what a tragedy is, and then please tell me your sorrow, your agony, your anguish. We are open to hear your story. So, talking each other is important. With you, by your help, we can do something. Even though it's small, only one day today, but let's start from now. Something what you can. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The testimony part is now finished. After we are going to have a short break, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and 10 minutes break. And after that, if you have time, please stay and please use this chance to talk to these survivors directly. You can ask questions to them, or you can make comments or exchange your opinions. And